Good. Thank you so much, Miriam, for that amazing coaching. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Nestor, for adding. And of course, this particular uh, um, this particular chapter is, I'm looking for a better word to describe the role that it plays in the journey of success. You can call it the crankshaft of success. You also know cars and all of that. It is a central piece, a central piece in that. When Miriam was talking, I remember one time in Kumbu in 2011 and 12, I told one of my very close friends that I'm going to build one of the most successful training and consulting careers from Kumbu to the world. That was what I said. But now I was saying that time, that stuff, I've never been to Yaoundé or Douala, right? In Kumbu, Kumbu is so self-sufficient that you can live and die in Kumbu a very happy life and you have never been to Bamenda and nothing will disturb you. Very possible. Right? I mean, like, for example, my mom came to Douala for the first time this year at the age of what, almost 50? Yeah. So it's possible. So to do that kind, and we saw people who love our village so much. No matter what, we live a very happy life around there. Nothing shakes you. A lot of things happening. When I was telling this my friend that, and he was like, "How are you gonna do that, man? How are you gonna do that? They don't have a passport. That you don't know what a passport is. There are still places in this country that to see a passport is a luxury. All right. I mean, it used to be like that for us. So and but there are some things that even you guys, there are some things that you thought about, and maybe just because you did not direct some energy and some little effort to that direction, that's why you missed it. That's why you missed it totally. So um, it is very, very critical for for us to really understand this. Many people talk about thinking, they talk about thought and the power of it as far as uh, uh, um, success is concerned, but very few people get to dig deep enough to actually make good use of it, get to dig deep and tap into this powerful gift that God gave humanity, right? And it is our responsibility to actually make good use of this gift today. And if there's one thing that I wanted to get from this stuff we're doing as far as the next few days is concerned, um, I want you to master how to use your thought. And as I always say, one of the best gift that God gave humanity was to create a brain for human beings, was to create a brain that people can actually use and win in life and build the things that they can use and say, okay, you know what, these things are built because I was able to leverage on on what God gave me as far as talent and brains and the ability to work hard is concerned, right? It's very, very powerful. And you don't achieve this by guessworking. You don't achieve this by assumptions. You achieve this with a certain level of commitment, certain level of intentionality, certain level of investing, waking up like this and investing. Okay. So it's very critical for for us as young people. The majority of us here are still very young. There are a few people that maybe are moved to five, but I always believe I've worked with people that they already entered their 40 and 45, and in just 2 years of coaching and directing them, what they have achieved in 2 years, they're like, what? I wish I started doing this when I was just 30, right? But they still have a couple of years ahead of them that they can see to marvelous things. Okay. Even now, my mom just went back to Bible school. If she's able to have that kind of mindset to study and do, why not us? All right. So one thing that stood out for me, and I've always said it, that the size of your bank account right now, the size or the level cash flow, the level of mobile money transactions you have entering your phone, the level of credit alert entering your bank account directly corresponds to the level of your thoughts and the level of your ability to create value with the kind of mindset that you have. And that's why in that book, it is said that all that a man achieves and all that he fails to achieve is the direct, look at the word direct, is direct to his thoughts. There's a direct relationship. Whatever you choose to achieve from now henceforth and what you're still to ever achieve, there's a direct relationship with your thoughts. So that is why guarding your thoughts is critical. That is why what somebody like me, for example, I don't argue anyhow. You will never see me fighting in the comment section. If I post my point of view and you like it or you don't like it, you go and you argue, you will die there arguing alone. One guy got so angry that I even inboxed me. I am replying to your comment on this post. He got commented about 8 times. I did not cough. When I noticed that this is the kind of person you are, I didn't even look at you. That's your problem. You will comment and die there alone. Because I don't want you to bring negative energy into my thoughts. It's why people don't know how to argue in a civilized way, right? We know how to argue in a civilized way. You transfer the negative energy, and sometimes just block that and keep your space safe from negativity. Another thing that I love about this, I always say that one of the greatest creations of God, one of the greatest innovation of God is not only technology, it is that he has given human beings the ability to alter their lives at any time that you desire. Yes, you can, just the ability that you can decide from today that, you know what, I'm gonna alter the rest of my life into greatness. You have that ability. That is innovation. So only you can alter your thoughts. Only you can alter your condition, right? Many of us have many different conditions of growing up. I always say that one of the biggest gifts that God gave me and is that I was able to, at an early age, to decide what to do with my life. And trust me, I was not intentional. I don't know, there was a force pushing me, I think, that at that age, I don't think I had that kind of wisdom and the right thinking to make that kind of decision. Like today, I still sit there and like, as you, in 2009, what gave me the audacity to decide that, you know what, go to school, get admission, and do car wash, do Okada, do all these things for me and pay your fees. I didn't know at that age how old, like 18. Yeah. So that is one of the biggest things that God gave me, or the biggest revelation that God, because I don't think that as a right thinking teenager at that age, I knew that was the best decision in my life. I don't think I did. I think it was just a coincidence, for example, right? But you can do that. You can do that. You have the ability to actually alter your life, and you do that by altering your thoughts. That is your responsibility. You see, another important thing that I really love about that chapter that we all should embody is that it is your job to develop the strength which you admire in somebody you admire. Yes, it is your job. The highest thing I can do as a coach, as a mentor, as a consultant is to guide you. But if you don't take it as a responsibility to develop that strength you admire in me, you're going to fail. You're only going to admire. That's why I don't believe, I try to differentiate between mentors and role models. So many people got comment on my post that, oh, mentor, thank you, all of that. I always sometimes reply, I'm not your mentor. You just admire me and if you're a mentor, I should talk to you. If you have stations with you, stuff should be happening. That's mentorship. When you admire somebody from afar, just a role model, that an icon, for example. Mentorship basically should have at least 2 hours session with your mentor every day. Many of you at the PP Academy, I'm not your mentor really. You're just part of my community of raising different people, right? But mentorship really means that I know you deeper, and that's why I set some programs that my mentees go through for 35 days. There I get to know you deeper. I get to say some things about your present condition, where you're driving at, your challenges, what you want to achieve. I know those things about you. And you do that, there's constant connection. right? Like that thing is created intentionally for 35 days. I have a constant connection every day with that mentee. That is real mentorship. But if just admire from afar and see on TV, read newspapers, comment on Facebook, that is just role modeling. That's not mentorship per se. But with that, even if I'm not your mentor directly, there's something you admire. And that's why I do a lot to share my personal experiences, right? That's one thing about mentorship. A mentor is able to share personal experiences so that you understand what they do, how they did it, and you can tap into that strength and use it for yourself. So if you admire my strength of consistent, another one of my greatest strengths, I can be very consistent for for the next 20 years. I know things I'm going to do every day for the next 20, 30 years, right? And you admire that what you can do now is easier because I've created a system that you can hold yourself accountable and hold you accountable, and you start doing those things too. And so they can get to that level. It is your responsibility. Same for your parents. That's why if you admire something in your dad, in your mom, it is your responsibility to develop that strength which you admire in them. The fourth point is you can only rise, conquer, and achieve by lifting up your thoughts. Yes, you can only rise if that is how do I, you can only rise above where you are. You can only rise financially. You can only rise economically. You can only rise in your social status. You can only rise in anything where you are right now, where you desire rising. The first condition you have is to lift up your thoughts. That is your first condition. Lift up your thoughts. That's why I always advise people, if you have advanced level, get a degree. If you have a degree, get a master's. If you have a master's, get a PhD. That's one of the default ways to lift up your thoughts. You may not lift it in a particular direction like this kind of thing that we're doing, but that when you're under an environment, you're under a circumstance that challenges you to work your muscle of thinking, that is lifting of your thoughts. In the society, there are three sets of people who think. There's people with lower thoughts, people with average thoughts, and people with superior thinking. And unfortunately, only 2% of the world population operate in the area of superior thinking, because those are the people that have decided to put in the work. So it's your job to lift up your thoughts, operate from the level of, and you don't just get up one morning and you operate with superior thinking. It's a process. Like if you look at how you are thinking before you join PP Academy, look at how you think right now. There should be a difference because you are working on it. We are working on it. We are creating activities, intentionally pushing that to happen. That is your responsibility. Superior thought is powerful. So you can only rise, conquer, and achieve anything in your life, career, and business by lifting up your thought. That's what people understand. They invest in coaching. They invest in coaching. Sometimes I was picking a call and I was talking to somebody for coaching, and when I gave him the price of all of that, he said, "Okay, I'm going to make the money, all of that." And then somebody who was listening to the call was like, why does why would somebody decide to pay for something like that without bargaining or without trying to understand? Like, because although he was still by me, he didn't understand why they didn't reason for paying that. It was normal, right? Like, we understand the power of superior knowledge, the power of superior thought, investing in it without thinking twice. They invest in it because they know what they're going to get. You see, second to the last point as we conclude is that it is adding to that thought of lifting your thought. That there's a sentence which was talking about slavish indulgence. Lift your thought above slavish indulgence. Yes, there are again mediocre thoughts, street thoughts, average thoughts, local. You are just there. You're just thinking like a slave. You're thinking like a poor person. You're thinking like a lost person. You're thinking like a careless person. That is not you. Even though you don't have money now, your thoughts should be different. Even though you're not where you desire to be, your thoughts should be different. I'm not where I really want to be. I'm not yet there. I'm not gone. When I look at my life plan, I have not gone. I think I was calculating one time. I'm just about 13.5% into achieving my goals in life. I'm not there yet. I'm not gone 50% of who I desire to be. So even though I'm not there, that should not mean that I should limit my thoughts to a local professional in Douala and all of that. You see, I need to consistently push my thinking to a superior level. So where you are, as I've always said, because you come from a disadvantaged background or disadvantaged family, it doesn't mean that you have a disadvantaged brain. It doesn't. It doesn't mean that you have a disadvantaged future. It doesn't. Okay? So achievement of any kind is the crown of effort and the diadem of thought. I love this particular quote. The achievement of any kind is the crown of effort. That there's a place of effort. But most importantly, it is the authority of thought. It is the beauty of thought. So what does that mean? When you have the authority and the superiority in thinking, and you put in the right effort, achievement is bound to happen. Whether you are in a terrible country with bad leadership like Cameroon, you will still make it. And that's why I want you guys to delete that thing that you cannot make it in Cameroon. Delete that thing that Pobia is having bad leadership. Yeah, leadership, whatever I'm saying, we have the best leadership, but don't stop keep believing that because of how our government is, you cannot succeed to a certain level. That is the highest level of stupidity I've heard from young people. Are other people not making it in this same country? They are making it. They are making it. So the right effort and the right thinking is important. And of course, to conclude, sacrifice, as Nestor was talking about, he who would attain highly must sacrifice greatly. He who will attain highly, you want to attain any high achievement, be ready to sacrifice greatly. Be ready. Sacrifice is money. Sacrifice is what they call it, time, sleep. You should be sleeping right now in your bed. You are sacrificing sleep to be here. You will have to sacrifice buying that dress. There are some of you, I can imagine, like those of you in a mentorship class, to buy the material and all of that is to sacrifice 30,000, 60,000 francs to pay for the material, to join the mentorship program. It's a lot. Some of you may have to save for a while. Yes, I understand. Some of you may have to, there's some of you that you're forced to. I like that attitude. Some of you spoke to me and said, look, okay, so my monthly salary is 60K, it's 50K is this. I like the attitude first. And that's some people are exceptionally accept to pay in installments because I like that mindset. I like that attitude. That's sacrifice for a young person to look at and say, okay, look, maybe that to use money for whatever I can do. I think I should use 80K, 60K and get material and be on that mentorship so I can get to it. That is a lot of sacrifice in a country where young people don't know what is important. In a country where young people don't master the art of becoming excellent and being top players in their industries and in their field. In a country whereby young people believe that if they're not out of the country, they're not working with the government, they're failing. That is a lot of sacrifice. And you have to maintain that same attitude for the next couple of months and years, because as you desire high achievement, you also have to desire high sacrifice in all ramifications. Sleep, unnecessary hangouts, money, many things until you get what they're looking at. You know, we have stretched this session for the extra 10 minutes. It was important for us to sort that. All right.